Former trans, gay activist shares why she decided to deprogram children from woke schools agenda. Former LGBTQ and activist Kay Yang shares why she decided to become a deprogrammer and encourage parents and families to help their children overcome public school indoctrination. A teacher employed by New York City Department of Education presented to middle school students that Nintendo characters have different sexual and gender identities. Remy Elliott, who is certified under the name Jeremy William Elliott, posts public videos on her TikTok account describing her approach to teaching. She currently teaches 9th grade English at the DO, but previously taught younger grades. After Fox News Digital reached out for comment, Elliott deleted the videos in question and put her account on private. At an after-school program for a DO school's Gay Straight Alliance Club, Elliott went through a series of Nintendo characters and ascribed to the fictional video game characters a variety of sexuality and gender identities. Remy Elliott is a New York City Department of Education teacher. Remy Elliott is a New York City Department of Education teacher. Fox News Digital screenshot/TikTok photo by Rodan Eckenroth/Getty Images. So the GSA for the school that I teach at decided to do a PowerPoint night, and I decided to combine two of my favorite interests into one. This is dubiously assigning genders and sexualities to classic Nintendo characters, she said. Yoshi is a trans man. He is just living his best life with Berto, and his top surgery turned out amazing. No scars whatsoever. We love that for him, she said. Of course, that means that Berto is an ace trans girl. Non-binary teacher boasts on changing students' genders without parents knowing, they need protection. No surprises with Peach. She is a massive cis lesbian. Whenever she's around Daisy, she just completely forgets how to speak. We've got Daisy who is hella bisexual, polyamorous, and she will ask your girlfriend out right in front of you. Mario came out so long ago that most people forgot, and he probably marched at Stonewall and he low-key says some transphobic stuff, but he means well. Next up is Luigi. Luigi is totally a demisexual dude, but he just calls himself queer because it's like too confusing. He has big bi-wife energy. Trans? And it's probably bisexual, but like, he doesn't think about it too much because if you don't think about it, it's not a problem, the teacher said. Remy Elliott presents that Yoshi is transgender and got a double mastectomy. Remy Elliott presents that Yoshi is transgender and got a double mastectomy. TikTok/screenshot. Former trans kid shares agony of side effects from mutilating medical transition. I've gotten no help. Toad is obviously a pre-transition trans girl. She already has a whole new wardrobe with thigh highs and skirts for when she comes out. Elliott told Fox News Digital that the slides you mentioned were created in jest for the sake of humor. It's also strange to point out that they have genders and sexualities, as being a cisgender heterosexual man is in fact a gender and sexual orientation. She continued, as part of my DO employment, despite being primarily hired as an English teacher, teaching our established and vetted sex education curriculum was not only something I was hired for, it was something I was trained and qualified in. Remy Elliott is a New York City Department of Education. Remy Elliott is a New York City Department of Education. Fox News Digital screenshot/TikTok. In other videos, Elliott discussed speaking with her school's assistant principal about how to bring up with her students that she is polyamorous. Polyamory is characterized by or involved in the practice of engaging in multiple romantic or sexual relationships, with the consent of all the people involved. I pride myself on being a teacher who is very open about her life. And one of the things I'm very open about is my sexuality. I have a trans flag, a bisexual flag, a non-binary flag all on my desk at my work. But there's one thing I'm not open about, and it's being polyamorous, the teacher said. I don't know how to handle that conversation, because while I know that the kids are more accepting of things like homosexuality, bisexuality, all of that, polyamory is not in the conversation, she said. So the obvious answer, the one that I went to first, is I'm not going to talk about it, but that feels wrong too. I don't like lying to my students. I don't like telling them falsehoods. English teacher's sexuality curriculum showing kids' penis pics, ejaculation video has school approval. After speaking with an administrator, Elliot said it would be appropriate to speak about her relationships with students outside of class. A San Francisco-based filmmaker anonymously condemned gender-affirming caretaker seeing what happened to her own son. A San Francisco-based filmmaker anonymously condemned gender-affirming caretaker seeing what happened to her own son. I stalk. So I guess what tentatively I've decided after talking with my CO teachers and my assistant principal is maybe the right way to do it is answer the question honestly. Say, well, I don't feel comfortable talking about who I'm in a relationship with in this specific setting. I will say that I am bisexual. I've dated people of many different genders. If you're willing, if you're interested to talk about that or my own specific relationship, you're really insistent. Let's just not do it in the classroom setting, and we can do it like in lunch or in the after-school GSA club or something like that, the teacher said. She went on to claim that conservatives are children in their thought processes for opposing those conversations with kids. And the fact of the matter is, this is not a conversation that conservatives are having at all. They've decided, like, you can't do this at all, there's no place for it. And that just shows such a lack of thought and care. They're not understanding of the people. They're children as people and where they're at. Elliot told Fox News about these statements. When asked about my personal life, I respected the mentoring of my employers and was honest within reasonable limits in order to create a welcoming environment for the students to feel comfortable getting to know their teachers again, within limits.